our wallets may take a hit if Russian invasion of Ukraine leads to price increases worldwide.
And the happiest place on earth begins to place their first foot forward away from COVID.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Thanks for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Nick Ogele.
And I'm Hannah Gonzalez. Early voting is underway for the Texas primaries. It began yesterday and runs through Friday, February 25th. The final date to apply for mail-in ballots is February 18th. Here is a list of 5 early voting locations in Denton County. You can vote at the Denton Civic Center, the Denton County Election Administration, North Branch Library, Robson Ranch Clubhouse, or the South Branch Library. Times are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday the 14th through Friday the 18th, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday the 19th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday the 20th, and 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday the 22nd through Friday the 25th.
You know, I really need to vote, but I can't. My car's in the shop and I can't be seen riding my bicycle.
Well, Nick, don't you live in Tarrant County?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well then you're in luck because Tarrant County is offering free bus rides to voting locations. Drew Maurer has more. You know, Nick, the weather has been nice the past 2 days, but I know we're expecting some severe weather in the next 24 hours.
That's right. Let's see weather anchor Isabella Quintilla what has to say for the forecast.
Well, yeah, we are expecting some chilly weather later this week. But first, let's take a look at the current conditions right now. Here in Denton, it is currently sunny with a temperature of 72 degrees and it feels like 68. But what is crazy right now is the wind. It is currently 22 miles per hour, 24 miles per hour from the south, making it feel like 68. Now let's take a look at tonight's conditions. It's going to cool down a bit, dropping to 58 degrees. It's going to be cloudy, and it's going to feel like 52. The wind's going to calm down a little bit, dropping to 18 miles per hour from the south. Then taking a look at tomorrow's conditions, it's going to be 69 degrees with feeling like 65, but tomorrow's going to be pretty crazy. We have an 88% chance of rain and a wind speed of 22 miles per hour. So if you're planning on going out tomorrow, make sure you dress accordingly because the weather's going to be crazy. That's all I have for First Look. Be sure to stay tuned for a look at the full weather report. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Isabella. It takes a special type of driver to take on Texas roads. They are busy and it seems there are more drivers than ever. In fact, our roads are dangerous. ntTV's Olivia Thompson has more on this. Olivia?
Thank you, Hannah and Nick. I am standing on Apogee Crossing over one of the most dangerous highways in Texas, Denton's own I-35 East. Now, 25% of fatal accidents happen in Texas due to drunk driving. Of most of those under the influence accidents, they happen between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. Following up as second deadliest is Marvin D. Love Freeway in Dallas. Now, ntTV will be following up on this story throughout the semester. But the best way for you to keep from adding to these statistics is to be more vigilant on the roads. Meaning, do not text and drive. Please order an Uber or a Lyft after drinking and be more aware of your surroundings. That's all I have. I'm Olivia Thompson. Back to both of you at the desk.
Thanks, Olivia. But Texas roads are dangerous, and still, another way. Road rage is something that is all too common on Texas roads. Tonight, a Houston family is grieving the death of their 9-year-old daughter, and the city is working to find the suspect in the road rage incident. CNN's Tasha Walker has more.
Children, and this foolishness has to stop. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner, alongside Police Chief Troy Finner and the family of Ashanti Grant, is asking the community to band together to get justice for Ashanti.
What really crushed me is I found out that my niece was sitting in the back watching cartoon as this happened.
Ashanti's parents did not speak, but surveillance video captured their painful cries for help as their 9-year-old daughter suffered a gunshot wound to her head last Tuesday night. The family of 4 was heading to a grocery store after 9 p.m. when they experienced road rage on the northbound lanes of the Southwest Freeway near the Beltway. A driver in a white 2017 GMC Denali Sierra pickup, similar to this photo, fired into the family's SUV, hitting Ashanti.
Until people know that they are going to be caught and punished for what they are doing and that we are putting in deterrence features, then it's going to continue.
Mayor Turner says he plans to work with TransStar, Houston Public Works, and the Houston Police Department to utilize cameras to record traffic on Houston streets and roadways to help the city get a better look at criminal activity.
Nobody's going to use that surveillance equipment to violate anybody's rights.
The family is offering $30,000 in reward to anyone that can help identify the suspect and bring them to justice.
Up next, Russia is seen beginning their invasion over satellite images.
And space is looking like a more realistic place to take a vacation. Stick with us.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Let's get started. This is a motor vehicle. This is the blinker mechanism. To use it, push it up for the right blinker and down to go left. You're welcome. It was easy.
Tonight, the talking continues as officials try to avoid an invasion by Russia into Ukraine. But even though the fighting hasn't started, the Russian weapons of war are ready. You are looking at a satellite image of at least 60 Russian helicopters. They are both transport choppers and attack aircrafts, positioned about 45 miles from Ukraine's southern coast. Social media videos analyzed by CNN in the past few days have continued to show these helicopters moving closer to the Ukraine border. More than 130,000 Russian troops are near that border as fears of an invasion are still high. And while the people in Ukraine worry about a potential deadly invasion, the world will feel its effects in a different way, in the wallet. Here in the United States, gas, food, even your home could cost more money. Amy Kiley has more.
The forces the Russians have massed, they could launch at any point.
Ukraine might be far away, but a further Russian invasion there would probably cost you money here. That's because it's not so easy to export goods from a war zone. Here are 4 ways a Russian attack on Ukraine could affect you financially. 1. You might have to pay more for gas. Russia is the world's second largest producer of oil. Prices are already spiking. Some analysts say conflict in Ukraine could send them over $100 a barrel. Prices haven't been that high in 7 years. 2. Global food prices could increase. Russia is the world's top exporter of wheat. Ukraine produces wheat and corn.
If any conflict which disrupts those flows will help to only tighten agricultural markets quite significantly.
3. You might have to pay more in interest on your next loan. The Federal Reserve is already hinting it'll raise interest rates. Increased inflation could add to its motivation.
This is not a good situation. We have to reassure people that we're going to defend our inflation target and we're going to get inflation back to 2%.
4. You might take a hit to your stock portfolio. Markets fell Monday when the U.S. said it would close its embassy in Ukraine. Investors know the world economy is connected.
The whole world has become dependent on Russian petro money. We're all going to have a fundamental rethink of whether or not the price is worth it to be so dependent on Russian money.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
You know, Hannah, I'm ready for some spring weather.
Me too, and I'm pretty sure we're due for one more cold front, Isabella. Is that true?
Unfortunately, Hannah, there is a cold front expected for Thursday morning. It'll only last a couple days, though. More on that later. Let's take a look at the current conditions across North Texas right now. As you can see, we're staying in the low 70s. Here in Denton, it is 72. Way out east in Graham, it is 73 degrees, and then moving down south into Stephenville, it is 72. We do have some high 60s up north in Sherman and Gainesville. It is currently 69 degrees. Now let's take a look at the current conditions across the state. Again, here in Denton, we're sitting at 72. Down south in Austin, it is 73. Way out east in El Paso, we're up to 74. Up north, farther up north in Amarillo, it is currently 75. And then all the way up north in Oklahoma, temperatures have dropped to 68 degrees. Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for the full week. Tomorrow we are expected to have a high of 69 and a low of 53. There is an 88% chance of rain, so make sure you bring out your raincoat and your rain boots. Thursday, we're supposed to have a high of 55 and a low of 24. That's when that cold front comes through, and it's expected to last through Friday. Then Saturday, the temperatures rise back up to 69 with a low of 39, and by Monday, we have a high of 82 degrees with a low of 51. There is an 11% chance of rain, and then a 30% chance of rain that Tuesday with a high of 55 and a low of 39. That's all I have for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Sounds like we need to start bundling up for tomorrow. Thanks, Isabella. If you're looking for a new place to travel to and have $450,000 to spend, I have the place for you. Virgin Galactic, an American space flight company, is now offering a seat on a flight to space. An initial deposit of $150,000 can hold your spot. The once-in-a-lifetime trip will offer an hour and a half long journey from space back to Earth. Visit virgingalactic.com to book your spot. Are you vaccinated and space travel is not your thing, but you are still looking for a place to visit? Well, we have exciting news for you from the happiest place on Earth. Disney World in Florida announced that starting Thursday, face masks will no longer be required for those who are vaccinated. Visitors will now have the option of wearing masks while inside of the resort. However, all guests ages 2 and up have to wear them when enclosed in transportation vehicles. Vaccinated guests still have to wear them.
Well, it may not be Disneyland, but for one little Dallas boy, it was the best gift ever. And our own Southwest Airlines had a hand in the happy ending. 5-year-old Ezekiel was on a trip to Wisconsin with his family back in January and was playing in the airline terminal with his teddy bear. Not just any teddy, but his favorite one. He has had it since he was a baby, but as luck would have it, Ezekiel lost him and flew home alone. The story of the lost teddy went viral and the search was on.
He's had this bear since day one and slept with it every night, so it has a huge sentimental value to him. And like I said, when we got back home, he literally cried the entire flight home and got back and was still, pretty upset about it. So it's really, really special to him.
Somebody found the little bear and Southwest Airlines tracked down Ezekiel. They flew him and his family from Dallas back up to Wisconsin for the reunion of his young lifetime. Southwest really did put some love in the air. Yesterday's holiday was filled with love and lots of hearts, but I know if I can say it, it was not a healthy day for me.
That's okay, Hannah. I know our segment anchor, Talea Munson, has the scoop on what it means to have a healthy heart. Talea?
Thanks, Nick and Hannah. The season of all things love is upon us, and Commit to Be Fit wants to share a couple of quick and easy tips on how to keep the most important heart healthy. Here is CNN reporter Mandy Gaither with more.
Love is in the air, so what better time than now to show your heart a little love?
Heart disease is the #1 killer of men and women in the United States.
Dr. Lakshmi Mehta, a cardiologist at the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, says there are 5 ways to jumpstart your heart health. First, if you smoke, quit. Second, develop a healthier lifestyle, which includes being active and eating a heart-healthy diet.
That is rich in nutrient foods with more fruits and vegetables and nuts and legumes, and you want to really reduce your saturated fats.
Third, know your number. See your doctor to find out your blood pressure, glucose, and cholesterol levels. If they're elevated, getting them under control is essential. Fourth, get plenty of sleep.
It can lead to heart failure, high blood pressure if you're not getting adequate sleep, and poor metabolism, but it also leads to fatigue and a non-productive day.
Finally, focus on your heart health by taking care of your mental health. Stress can raise your blood pressure, which can lead to heart disease. It can also cause a condition called broken heart syndrome, which may feel like a heart attack. Symptoms include chest pain and shortness of breath.
If you notice that something's different about yourself, that you're getting more short of breath, you're fatigued, you should seek immediate medical attention.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Keeping a healthy heart is the best gift you can give to those you love with Commit to Be Fit. I'm Talea Munson, back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Talea. Coming up, Denton hosts its very own events for Black History Month.
And ever wonder what it's like to play in the Super Bowl? Well, we have an inside look.
Hey, listen to my flow to save some H2O. This my water rhyme, and this is how it goes. First, turn off the sink and take some time to think. When you waste water, our supply shrinks. When you take a shower, not more than an hour. Shoot for 10 minutes and save water power. Use a reusable bottle, smart like Aristotle. Ditch all the plastic and be a role model. And that was my H2O flow. Please remember how it goes, because if you don't, Earth will go, oh no!
Imagine it's ice cream day at the office. And everyone from the day before voted for their favorite flavor. Everyone but you. You decided not to vote. The flavor they picked isn't the one that you wanted. But can you really complain? Shh! Now imagine that with an elected official.
Choose not to vote, choose not to be heard. Get registered today.
February is Black History Month. If you are looking for a way to celebrate and support the Black community, then this is the story for you. Our reporter Sydney Jolivet is over at Quakertown in Denton to show us around the Denton County African American Museum, where you can find different events that will take place throughout the rest of the month. Sydney, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Nick. Black History Month is all about recognizing our history, influence, and achievements of the Black community. Here are some ways to get educated, celebrate, and support the Black community in Denton County. The Denton County African American Museum is home to 3 rooms that display pictures and artifacts of African American families that originally lived in Quakertown. Bob Jones heavily impacted the African American community in Denton County. The Bob Jones family collection will be on display at the courthouse on the museum square from January 21st through March 31st, 2022. The collection includes dresses, quilts, handkerchiefs, and clothing worn by family members. The foundation of our history mural is located at the entrance to Robertson Street from Bell Avenue. It depicts Alice Moore, Alexander, Alma Clark, Betty Kimball, Dorothy Minter, and Ruby Cole. African Dance Night, hosted by local professional dancer Cammie Holman, will be held on Thursday, February 17th at the Patterson-Appleton Arts Center. The event is free and open to all ages. Texas Women's University is holding a brunch at 11 a.m. on Friday, February 18th at the Hubbard Hall. The event is free and open to the public. Award-winning author and storyteller Toni Simmons presents Black History, Telling Our Stories at 10 a.m. on Saturday, February 26th at the Courthouse on the Square Museum. Denton's Black History Month celebration will take place from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, February 26th at the MLK Jr. Rec Center. The celebration includes an art competition, guest speakers, gospel fellowship, and a free community health fair. That's all I have. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you. Even the smallest canines have a big job in helping keeping their community safe. The Milwaukee Veterans Affairs Hospital has the smallest VA police canine in the county. CNN's Megan Marshall reports.
Attila goes to work.
I'll find some dope. Okay, search.
He's a 5-year-old Jag Terrier with a nose unlike any other.
He is certified in 5 drugs: meth, heroin, cocaine, MDMA, which is ecstasy, and then marijuana.
He's searching for drugs hidden by another officer. A crucial part of his work is to keep up with training.
So he's gonna kind of take in the room, take in some odors, see how he's gonna just be a dog and just survey the room, but he's working, trust me.
Sergeant Adam Rotek is Attila's partner. They work side by side. You'll notice Attila is smaller than you would imagine a police canine to be, but that doesn't stop him from excelling at his job.
That's it. So he's 100% right.
Attila is the smallest VA police canine in the country, but his presence is larger than life. As this pair walks the hallways of the hospital, you can see patients and staff members' eyes light up.
Where is she? Oh, there she is.
For some staff members, seeing Attila is the best part of their day.
This is what it's all about. It's all about people knowing him being seen. He's supposed to be friendly, and at the same time, he's a dog, so everybody loves dogs.
Sharing his spunky personality with everyone at the hospital, he is able to bring joy to those who are burnt out, while still keeping the campus safe from drugs.
That was not just the smallest police dog, but also the cutest.
It was that time of year again this past weekend. That's right, folks. Super Bowl Sunday was upon us. If you're anything like me, you've never been to one. So I've remedied this for all of us by talking to someone that has. Take a look.
The Super Bowl is one of the biggest and most watched sporting events every year. Last year brought in the most streams of the event of all time. It's truly an experience that not many get to be a part of. So who better to ask than somebody that's been there not once but twice, and 2-time Super Bowl champion and former Denver Bronco Byron Chamberlain.
Yeah, you know, it was my opportunity to step up and make some plays. And the funny thing about that game was, you know, Shannon Sharp, everybody knows who he is. He was a Hall of Fame tight end, one of the top 5 tight ends of all time. Mm-hmm. And I just had this feeling the whole week that I was going to play a big part in this game, and I was going to have a really good game. And I kept telling my best friend, who's the running back, Terrell Davis, kept telling him all week, "Hey man, I'm going to have a really good game this game. I feel like I'm going to have a really special game." I was telling Terrell Davis and Rod Smith that, and as soon as Shannon gets hurt, Terrell comes up to me and said, "Hey man, you know what you were saying all week? This is your opportunity."
And taking advantage of his opportunity is exactly what Byron did, taking over for Shannon Sharp and helping the Broncos win a Super Bowl with hardly any drop-off from that tight end position. Next, I just had to know where he stood on what was the upcoming Super Bowl matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. To do that, I had us engage in a little bit of sports betting using the only currency that matters, Monopoly money.
I'm just going to name a couple of things and ask you over or under. Let's go over or under Odell Beckham.
Explosive plays?
Yes, we'll go explosive.
I'll go over. I'll go over.
Okay, this sounds like a big number, but just hold with me real quick. Over or under 7 sacks on Joe Burrow?
Oh, I'm definitely going under.
Under? And then lastly, let's move to the last one. We have over or under 2 Jamar Chase gritties.
I kind of want to go over on him. We'll go over. I'll take the over.
Now that we all know what happened in Super Bowl 56, might I just say, Mr. Chamberlain, you owe me some Monopoly money.
I'm raising the stakes. I'm going all in.
Yeah.
The Bengals will win the Super Bowl.
I'm Nicholas Ogele with ntTV Nightly News, sending it back to Nick and Hannah at the desk.
Well, speaking of football, Nick, I know our sports anchor, Armando Berry, has the latest on what's going on with the Mean Green.
You have me intrigued. Armando, what can you tell us?
Hey, Hannah and Nick, we got a lot of different teams and dreams cooking up in the DFW. I'll tell you about it right after the break.
UNT is more than 125 years in the making. To find new solutions, we create a new point of view. We know what's possible when creativity, originality, and independent thought converge. We're ranked a Tier 1 research university. We're home to excellence the size of Texas. Define your future at UNT and soar to new heights.
It's not every day that you hear an NBA superstar put on a historic scoring stretch right after his team trades away their second best player, but then there's Luka Doncic. He's received league-wide recognition for it too. It was announced yesterday that the Mavs franchise player was named the Western Conference Player of the Week after averaging 43 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists over the past week. The icing on the cake came in the matchup against the LA Clippers last Thursday when Doncic scored 51 points with 28 coming in the first quarter. The Mavs have went 2-1 over the stretch and will be hoping there's even more in store. Doesn't a trip to NOLA sound great right about now? Well, the Mean Green women's golf team are in their last day in the Big Easy at the Tulane Classic, and as of right now, they're on pace to come home with the big win. The Mean Green currently hold a 2-shot lead over the field, and a win tonight would secure the team's first tournament championship of the season. The team also has 3 players tied for the lead at 1 over par in seniors Audrey Tan, Patricia Sina-Lungen, as well as sophomore Ellie Roth. The Mean Green are fighting for first against number 10 Michigan and number 34 Clemson. The 2022 Mean Green football regular season schedule for our last season as a part of Conference USA was released earlier today. Our non-conference schedule includes a few glimpses at our future American League foes in Metroplex rival SMU, Memphis, and a trip to Sin City against UNLV. The Mean Green will even get to save a couple more miles as 8 of their 12 regular season games will be played in Texas. With the way the 2021 regular season went from losing 6 games in a row to 5 straight wins, we'll just have to see what our Mean Green have in store in 2022. As you look at sports for tonight, Hannah and Nick, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Armando. Are you ready for this Oscar award season? Well, the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Science now has a new fan favorite category. Anyone can now cast their vote for their favorite film. All that you need to do is use the hashtag OscarsFanFavorite on the Twitter between now and Thursday, March 3rd. The winner is going to be announced during the award show, but wait, there's more. The Academy will select 3 people to go on an all-expense-paid trip to the Oscars, so be sure and submit your fan favorite.
Thanks for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow night at 6 here on North Texas Television.